Okay, The House at the End of the Street. This, of course, is the Jennifer Lawrence PG-13 kind of psychological horror film. Jennifer Lawrence with her mother Elizabeth Shue, they actually look like they could be related, which works beautifully with these sorts of films. They move into a new area. And of course, one house down is, of course, a murder house. Because everyone, when they buy a home, doesn't know that, a series of murders happened pretty much, next door. So, of course, Elizabeth Shue is trying to hook Jennifer Lawrence up with the perceived good guy in the school, but then, in quotes, if you watch the movie, you'll find out that he's probably one of the dirtiest people in the film. But she ends up kind of falling for, of course, brooding pseudo-loner who lives in the murder house. They do a great job with his character in invoking the sympathy that you kind of want to try to understand him more, as well as a small amount of viciousness every now and then. So they did that great juxtaposition between the two. A lot of this movie does focus on Jennifer Lawrence being at school. Apparently she was in kind of like a jazzy blues band in the past, so they use her for a battle of the bands. If that's actually her singing, she's got a pretty decent voice. So they do this great job, again, the juxtaposition between the loner kid kind of living in his house, trying to not really fit in because he's ostracized. Because, he pretty much is the lone survivor of this massive amount of murders. And they kind of blame him and think he's some sort of outcast. And everyone in the school who is like your basic high school. So the majority of the movie is pretty much just the nice setup. It's a good idea of moving all the chess pieces. And then towards the very end is when it really, really hits it. But again, this is PG-13, so the psychological horror aspect is kind of muted. But they did a good enough job building up, your two main characters, your main heroine as well as your main villain, that it actually worked pretty well.